Hello, friends. It's your tarot dad, and you know what time it is. Shuffles in bright and early this morning. Let's see what we got for this lovely day ahead of us. Get that spread, player. Get that spread, player. What we got? What we got? What we got? Okay, here we go. Boom. I would like to get somewhere up in here. Okay. All right. Major Arcana coming in strong. This is a really interesting card. And yes, I have pulled this card before. And this is like classic card that scares people away. What we have pulled is, as you can see here, the Devil. This is a very interesting card insofar as this card just has like a negative connotation around it, right? Because a lot of folks can be uncomfortable when they are seeing the devil in any situation that then relates to themselves. What I want to challenge you to do is open your mind a little bit here and again, view the full picture of what cards could mean. Okay, so this is, and it's part of the point of this card, I would argue, is kind of freeing yourself from connotation and trying to think about what this could mean for one's self. This is a very self-focused card, and that's not a bad thing, right? Again, let's open up our mind here and let's kind of try to shed some of the cultural and societal baggage that we carry on our shoulders at all times. So this can be a good place to check in on that, right? To like see like, where am I holding this? I, for one, grew up in a Christian church as well as a Unitarian Universalist church. So I've got kind of a diverse background here dealing with religion, but I know a lot of folks have a lot of varying experiences with it. So therefore can kind of call in some like negative connotations for the devil, right? We have several different creatures here depicted within the devil, right? We've got the kind of eagle talons-ish legs. We've got the human body. We've got the kind of wild cat's ears there, as well as the goat's horns, and then the wings sprouting from the back. To me, this can be a strong signal to just baser instincts, right? More natural instincts, a call to what you would do on your own without that cultural baggage. So that's an interesting thing for us to be thinking about here today, is like, where can we just check in purely with ourselves to see where our desires lie, to see where our natural tendencies would take us, to challenge us to shed some of those societal connotations that we hold over so many things, right? So it's one that I think is a really interesting piece for us to be looking at here, and one that really, that part of it really spoke to me the first time that I pulled this card. So I just want to maybe kind of help gently hand that to y'all as well while we're looking at this for our day today. Again, in this context, we had Seven of Cups again, where we were trying to get our heads out of the clouds and get present to the moment that we're in. Then we had Strength, right, which is about spreading love and compassion and showing strength in all of the ways that strength can manifest. And now we are pulling a card that says, do you, baby, right? So that's what I take from this, is that there's a lot of pointing to your more natural instincts here of what calls within oneself, right? What would you do if there were no other implications there, right? If there were no other societal implications on what you might do, if there were no other signals of what you should do or what other people thought of what you do, what would you do? Purely you, in a vacuum, right? In and of itself, what would you do? The upright here is the shadow self, attachment, addiction, restriction, sexuality. Reversed is releasing limiting beliefs, exploring dark thoughts, and detachment. This is an interesting card, and that the upright is maybe what we would consider the more, in the traditional sense, negative qualities, right? With the shadow self, attachment, addiction, restriction, and then, I don't think sexuality is negative at all, right? But again, some societal connotations over that, depending on what society you're in. And then reversed are the things that we would traditionally hear in like an uplifting, inspiring card somewhat. I really would call on us today to try and free yourself from societal baggage. Try to free yourself of the connotations that don't serve you. of that baggage that doesn't serve you, of a lot of the things in life that don't serve you. What are the things that are holding you back, that are there holding you without very obvious restraints on you, right? What are the things that are holding you back from doing what you would do normally? And explore those and ask yourself, is it really serving you? Sometimes it is, right? Sometimes we are holding ourselves back in a way to get along harmoniously with the world, and that's great. Sometimes we are having limiting things on ourselves to help us be a better self, right? And that's great. But sometimes we have a lot of baggage on us that comes from places that we didn't choose, that we wouldn't choose again, that is still there, sitting with you, holding on to you, being a limiting factor in your life. And it's time to free yourself of those chains, right? The things that are sitting around your neck, the thing that is sitting on top of you, that is looming over you. What is that thing that is holding on to you still, that is keeping you from being a pure version of yourself, a truest version of yourself? That's what's important in this card, and one that spoke to me really loudly when I needed it, right? Because I can be a person who goes out of my way to care for others, that will, at my own detriment, serve other folks, lift other folks up, right? And that's great in so many situations, but sometimes we need to choose us. Okay. And sometimes we need to hear that, right? It's okay to choose yourself. It's okay to choose what you would normally do without any of the societal restrictions, without any of the beliefs that come from places that you would not choose again, right? That are subconscious within us, that dictate how we deal with things and dictate how we go about our days. You don't need them. This is a really important time for us to look inward, look at those things, see what is keeping us from being a more authentic version of ourselves. It's okay to choose yourself sometimes. I'm just going to say it again. It's okay to choose yourself sometimes. This card can be, like I said, a scary one, one that people will shy away from and go like, oh God, I got the devil. But it's okay. It doesn't have to be, right? We can look at the full picture and think about this from a humanist perspective. Think about this from being a person in this actual world that we live in, interacting with the actual people that we interact with every day. It's okay sometimes to look at yourself, to release anything that might be holding you back, to explore all of yourself, the whole totality of yourself, right? And to choose yourself, to choose what that person is. And to really hold that person sacred. Like, who are you? What do you want? And hold on to that. It's okay to choose that. You don't have to always do it in the context that makes it a win for everybody. It's okay to do it just for yourself. So take that with you today. I appreciate you guys, again, always showing up here in the morning. This is a really interesting card for us to start our day with, and I hope it gave you some good food for thought. I look forward to us talking some more in the comment section. Please let me know what you thought. Don't be afraid to start the conversation up, right? I appreciate you guys. We will talk again soon. I'll see you tomorrow. Tarot Dad is out.